All right, what is going on, Sagittarius? Welcome back to the channel, Elevated Spirits. It's Jazzy, your favorite Cali reader. This is going to be what Spirit is restoring in your life over the next 30 days. Okay, these readings, as always, are timeless, so please keep that in mind, that things that may come out at this time may or may not have played out yet. So please use your own intuition, exercise your muscle of intuition and discernment for the messages that are yours. Please leave the rest for someone else. Okay, they are general in nature, meaning they will not resonate with all of you, nor are they meant to. But I trust that if you are here, you're guided here by whether the title, you know, your intuition, whatever draw you here, there's a message here for you. All right. So we're going to get into, I'm first going to start off with the bottoms of the decks that I've used to get the messages that are underneath the surface that you may not be seeing yet, that are kind of hidden. And then we'll get into exactly what Spirit is restoring in your life, what area of life. Spiritually speaking, what Spirit is asking of you to assist and support this restoration process, and messages from your guides. Okay, clarified by some tarot. Quite a bit came out in some of them, so you know, if I'm guided to clarify further, I will. Otherwise, I'm contemplating on, you know, turning these into extendeds, just because a lot of messages seem to come out in the first kind of, like, you know, with the first bunch here. So if you guys would like to see an extender, like me to dive in further with the tarot, please let me know so I can consider to start doing those as well. All right, so just looking at the bottoms of the decks to start. All right, some of you Sagittarius are definitely going through a major up leveling. I'm hearing a major transformation process. It definitely feels like old ways of doing, being, thinking, like just some cycle, some way that you've been living is changing, is shifting in a major way. I feel like for some of you, this has to do with your own masculine energy, where you guys are now stepping into maybe your own masculine energy. You guys are kind of like taking back your power in some type of way, and it feels more of a masculine sense. Okay. There definitely could be, it definitely feels like there could be also a sense of balance being restored, because we do have the masculine energy here as well as the Queen of Fire. So it's like your feminine and masculine energy kind of like coming back into balance in some type of way. So it feels like your throat chakra, okay, is definitely a focal point right now. So whether you guys have been actually working on your throat chakra, doing some energetic work, getting Reiki sessions, doing meditations, you know, affirmations, doing clearing, whatever it is that you've been doing, maybe creating, expressing yourself more, stepping more into your truth. For some of you, that's kind of the energy that's being restored here as well, is your ability to step into your truth, your willingness, your confidence in kind of like taking back your power, literally getting back into the driver's seat of your own life, so to speak, and doing it from a place of confidence, really stepping into your truth, stepping into your power, for some of you in a way that you haven't in quite some time, or in a way that you never have before. All right, so definitely all of a sudden my throat chakra, right before I started recording, I was just like, bruh, here we go. So I definitely feel like for some of you Sagittarius, your throat chakra is definitely a highlighted point right now, to make sure that you're, you know, standing up for yourself, speaking up for yourself, not being, you know, letting anybody push you over. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that doesn't, it's not really, if you want to look at it from the signs perspective, that's really not a Sagittarius type of trait to just, you know, but I'm saying, you know, for certain situations, right, we may tend to kind of like, it's not as easy to be as expressive, or even, and if this doesn't even have to do with like maybe people, for some of you, this more so just maybe has to do with what you're creating. Okay, allowing yourself 333 on the timer, allowing yourself to really show up for yourself, or honor your commitments, really, like, for example, for those of you that may have like a YouTube channel or like a business, it's like showing up for that as authentically and truthful and real as possible. Okay, and I only say that not to say that you know, some of y'all are being fake. No, it's more so the sense of for some of you, it's like an underlying fear, like a fear of judgment, a fear of, you know, persecution. And even if that's because nothing that has happened maybe in this lifetime, that could also stem from past lifetimes that is playing itself out now for you to heal and release. Okay, so, you know, take it as it resonates. But it definitely feels like you guys are coming into this energy of being able to maybe take better care of yourselves. I feel like Spirit is really asking you to trust at this time with the milk and honey here, that all of your needs are going to be met. It is up to you though to connect to the higher power, especially when you're feeling conflicted, when things are chaotic, a lot of things are going on. Spirit really needs you to, you know, tap into your higher wisdom, but also the spirit of the Most High. Okay, for whatever it is that you might be needing. Okay, no matter what it is, always ask. So let's get into this for you, Sag. So far I've done, today I've done Libra and Taurus, and those were both very powerful readings, especially Taurus. If you have Taurus in your chart, I highly recommend checking out that reading. Oh my God, that reading was deep. It was powerful though, it was beautiful. So anywho, so what is being restored for the Sag? So we have quite a few that came out here. So we have, starting off, Angel of Strength, card 50, okay? We have Deceit, 25. We have 17, Action. It's giving me Chariot vibes. This is giving me Capricorn vibes. This is giving me Leo vibes, okay? Any of those signs may be of significance. This could be a connection that some of you are, a sign of representative someone you're connecting with, okay? So Action, Cancer, and Caring Connections, card 14, with Courage, another Leo card. So heavy on the Leo energy already, all right? So what it feels like is, Sag, is for some of you, this has to do with the connection that maybe hasn't been completely honest, okay? Some of you, this could be someone that's coming towards you, okay? This could definitely be someone that is a masculine energy that is coming to basically do right by you, change things, okay? It feels like this could be a connection for some of you that you've asked for, that you've essentially kind of like asked the Most High to intervene and fix it. You know, help me, help this, you know, help us get back on track, help us, you know, fix this, make it work, okay? For some of you, others of you, this could definitely be the courage, the confidence to walk away from a connection, essentially kind of move forward from a connection that you can't trust, that has been dishonest, okay? Really having the strength and the courage to leave that connection behind, okay? For some of you, it's kind of like realizing that something was just a cycle, that something is never ending, it's never going to end. Maybe this person isn't changing, they're not going to change. And I feel like for some of you, it's kind of just, it was a mirror. This person was basically acting as a catalyst, as a mirror, showing you parts of you that you maybe need to change, okay? So for example, what I've learned on my journey is that when I've had interactions or connections where people were, let's say, dishonest with me, right? It was an opportunity for me to ask myself, well, if they're lying to me, or if I don't trust them, where am I lying to myself? What am I being shown about this situation, or this connection, that I'm choosing to ignore, or that I'm trying to give the benefit of the doubt, but I really see it in a different way than how I'm responding. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, if I'm being shown or told that I can't trust them, or that they're hiding something, but yet I'm continuing to give them another chance to show me that, no, maybe I'm just overthinking it. No, maybe I'm wrong, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's how am I deceiving myself within a connection? Okay. So for some of you, there is, you know, Spirit is restoring your ability to move forward from connections that you know you can't trust. People that are maybe showing you exactly who they are. And because we're so optimistic, right? We have a good heart, good spirit, that we try to give them the benefit of the doubt, right? We want to see the best in people. And then so, you know, what it feels like though, is that you guys are basically your ability, your willingness, your confidence in, you know, being able to move forward and knowing that, you know, I'm gonna be just fine, right? That I will align to someone who is equally yoked with me, and I don't need to stay in connections that don't serve me, okay? So for some of you, that's kind of what's being restored here, is your ability, your willingness to move forward, because you know that's the best thing for you to do, okay? For some of you, that's like your own masculine energy here, okay? That is essentially, you're like closing, some of you, it feels like you're closing out cycles that have been like basically a reoccurring thing, is what I mean by that, where it's like you keep meeting people that, you know, you can't trust, but they're also people who keep showing you red flags that you're choosing to ignore because you want to see the best in them. You want to give them the benefit of the doubt. You really like them. You really vibe with them, maybe in every other way, but they're hiding things, right? Or you don't trust them. So for some of you, it's just essentially continuing to give you opportunities to really step back into your power, to really assert your own masculine energy and protect yourself, right? So for those of you who have maybe had father issues, where your father either wasn't present, or they didn't maybe just protect you like you needed, they didn't stand up for you like you needed, or, you know, whatever that might be, whatever that masculine role is, or some of you didn't have that as a child, these opportunities are simply presenting themselves as ways of showing you and helping you identify that father wound, for you to heal that and be that father, that what you needed in a father, being that to yourself, and thereby then attracting someone, right? Attracting someone who can be that for you as well, who can support you in that way, but who's actually like a masculine figure, okay? Not gonna be for everyone, but that's what I'm getting here. So let's clarify the energy. Clarifying that with the tarot is the 8 of Earth, okay? We have the Wisdom, which is the Hierophant in this deck, Okay, so Taurus energy here, and the 3 of coins in reverse. So for basically what this is saying, Sag, is I feel like some of you, it's like you want to put in, it's like you guys are wanting to work on things, but essentially you've learned all that you were supposed to learn from this connection, and that's why the cycle is now ready to close. Okay, with the cycles card here at the bottom and transformation, it's like things are changing because I feel like you've done all you could in a situation. Okay, you've put in the effort, you put in the time, you put in the energy, you've done all you could, and you've learned all you were supposed to learn. And by doing so, it's like teaching you that you're not going to get what you want out of this connection. Okay, I feel like for some of you, this person is, you know, there may be other people involved and they're telling you that they're not, but it's a lie. Okay, for some of you, that's where the deception is that you don't feel like you can trust this person. You don't feel like, and for some of you, even if it's not that, you may be just deceiving yourself and believing that you can really build with this person, you can really grow with this person. And for some of you, it's just kind of like showing you, no, you cannot. Okay, and so for some of you, it's what's being restored here is your inner strength and the courage to literally take action moving forward, to move forward out of a connection that you're not growing in, that you're not going to be able to build with, that things won't move, they won't progress in the direction that you need it to go. For others of you, this is like essentially telling you that your finances, that you will not grow financially with this person. Maybe this person has some, and it's giving me, you know, all this red here, that's all root chakra energy. That's root chakra, sacral chakra energy. So for some of you, this person has their own blockages from childhood. That could be, obviously, yes, it could be acting as a mirror to show you where you have blockages in that same way, because everybody's a mirror. But what I'm also getting though is, if it's not necessarily that, it's this person, their blockages that they haven't taken care of, that they haven't dealt with, is gonna block you. By you being in their energy, by y'all still coexisting together, by you really still trying to work with this person or stay committed to this person, you're not going to grow. Your finances are going to be stagnated because of them, is also what I'm getting here. You're going to essentially lose finances versus growing your finances. Okay, so like I said, that's not for everyone, but it's like a lot of so many messages coming in at once. So for some of you, like I said, this is someone that you're, you know, committed to, that and for some of you, that could be also what this is. Okay, someone that maybe they lied to you about something. That could be, for some of you, that's a rare, very rare message. It feels like for very, very few of you, but that just came through as well. That could be what this is too, is that for some of you, this is, you know, a connection that maybe you were kind of like, maybe this person lied about something and maybe it wasn't that bad, but maybe they had a good reason behind why they lied or why they, you know, said one thing, but it really, you know, was something else. For some of you, that's what Spirit is restoring here, is, you know, you're wanting to put on, you know, this person is willing to put in the effort. They're honoring their commitment to you. Okay, for those of you that are maybe married to this person, okay, it's like some of you are, this person is really showing you that they're wanting to work it out. So Spirit is maybe helping you have the courage to, you know, to do that. Okay. But like I said, this card in reverse here is kind of like, I don't know. It kind of feels like things are not going to grow. Things may not grow in the way you want it to. Okay, or you might be finding yourself, you know, that could be what's being restored, those where if you were losing finances with this person, or things weren't growing, things weren't progressing, that could be, you know, over this 30-day period, that could be, you know, changing. That could be what's changing here. Okay, so take it as it resonates, but I feel like it's more so, you know, the first messages I was getting, that, you know, your courage, your willingness, your confidence to, you know, essentially hold back and, you know, have the inner strength to leave behind, to take action, to move forward towards the things that you know are in, for your best and highest good, being in alignment with you, because you've done your part. You've put in the effort, you put in the time, you've learned what it was trying to teach you, and you know that you can't grow with someone. Something is not going to grow, or things are not going to grow with this person. That's really more so what I'm getting here. So, you know, okay, so let's see, what is Spirit restoring spiritually? And we're spiritually speaking here. So we have invocation, ritual, we have Book of Shadows, secret, and we have magic circle, protection. Okay, so what I'm getting here is, Sag, is for some of you, if this is a person that has maybe done magic, okay, not everybody dabbles in the craft, right? Some of us do, not everybody does, but for those that know your person, okay, was dabbling in the craft or doing magic or something like that, I feel like this person may have been doing it in secret. They were trying to invocate certain deities or certain beings to get you to stay with them, or, you know, something like that. This person maybe lied about it, okay? It's like spirit is protecting you. I feel like some of you may have felt like you weren't being protected, but that's what's being restored here is if you were feeling like you were being spiritually attacked by something, someone, okay? So whether this was, I'm getting two messages here, whether this is someone that you were dealing with that was invocating spirits to fuck with you, okay? You're being protected. Now, if this, for others of you, if you were invocating certain spirits to try to work with them, to try to, you know, do things in secret, whether, and I'm not saying it's bad, but just whatever you're doing, it's like some of you may have kind of like manifested something or brought something up where you're kind of like, whoa, like I didn't, you know, this isn't what I was trying to do type of thing. Like as you're practicing, that's why it's called a practice, because you're going to make mistakes. Okay. It's just a matter of the intention that's used behind it. That makes it what people call good or bad. What they label it as good or bad is if your intent is to hurt someone or to do something to someone, to fuck with, basically infringe upon someone's free will. Okay. That's where you fuck up. Right. But for those of you that are, you know, that someone has done this to you, Spirit is restoring your protection. Okay. Your you know, your overall protection around your energy. Okay. I feel like someone was maybe doing something in secret, definitely like doing something in the shadows, maybe doing moon magic, invocating, you know, spirits or deities to try to maybe keep you from seeing the truth about them or a situation. It's like Spirit is keeping you protected during that. So for those of you that maybe have been questioning, you know, like, or feeling like I'm being attacked and I don't know what to do about it, or just it feels like maybe the rituals I've been doing haven't been working in order to protect myself, it's like Spirit is like upping your protection at this time. Okay. So clarifying that energy, we have the 6 of Cups with the Magician, okay, and the Universe, which is the World in this deck. So yeah, it feels like this was a soulmate, okay, or someone from your past. This maybe have been something that happened in the past that you may not been aware of, okay, but it's like, it feels like something or someone from your past, okay, someone that maybe you have a connection with. This could be someone you have kids with, okay, that was essentially doing magic, you know, casting spells. Again, that cycle is closed, okay. It feels like whatever was going on or whatever had been happening behind the scenes that you were unaware of, that was maybe keeping you from manifesting or making you feel like, you know, my magic isn't working, or, you know, my protection rituals are not working, right? That's done. That's closed, okay? Whatever that was maybe preventing that from you from knowing that it's working, that you're being protected, that whatever you were asking for is actually taking place, that's done, okay? Whatever was stopping that is done. So it feels like your own powers of manifestation, your own powers to, you know, bring things, to culminate things, to bring things to, you know, to manifest something successfully, you know, whatever's blocking that, it feels like that is being restored here, okay? That's, whatever that is, it's done. It's gone. And it feels like just, this is something that maybe happened, like I said, in the past. This could definitely, like I said, represent some type of past life, you know, something that's been happening lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, okay? It feels like that's done. It's over with, all right? We have cycle, literally world here with the cycles here. So it's definitely some type of cycle closing, okay? Something that maybe has been following you lifetime after lifetime. This could have been a particular entity or energy that's been following you lifetime after lifetime, trying to deceive you, trying to fuck you over, okay? You're being protected from that, and that cycle is closed. That's done, okay? For some of you, this could be a ritual that you've done recently that is actually working. It could have been one that you've done in the recent past, okay? You may have done this, you know, in secret. This may have been something that you kind of like did, you know, and didn't tell anybody about it, which that's how you should be doing your magic anyway. It feels like it's coming to within this, over this 30-day period, that is finally coming to a success. For those of you that maybe have done a ritual for protection and you're feeling like, what the fuck, I don't see any signs that it's working, you're about to see that, okay? So let's keep going. So what does Spirit need from you? So first card that came out was by the book, okay? So Spirit needs you to continue to do things the right way. Continue to move forward step by step. Don't skip steps, okay? That could be another thing here. is, you know, for those of you where, like I was getting at earlier, the message that came through earlier, where if there was like some type of ritual or some type of invocation you've done in the past that manifested maybe a deceptive person or something like that, some of you could have invocated an energy that was deceptive, where you thought it was an ancestor, you thought it was, you know, a lot of people get who practice hoodoo, which I do as well, but who call upon I feel like it's Papa Legba, but they really get Barone. Okay, it's like he's a trickster spirit, something like that. So I feel like for some of you, that could have been something that happened here. Okay, where this happened in secret, where it was like kept a secret, where some of you you know, called upon an entity that maybe you thought it was this, but it was really something else, right? Because that's what they do. So this is your divine protection is being restored here. I feel like some of you may have done that, you know, trying to do something in a hurry, not knowing, not realizing that like you skipped a step. Some of you, you know, like I'm not trying to call nobody out, but I'm just saying, take it as it resonates. Some of you knew that you were just trying to hurry up and get something done because you were desperate, or because it was just like, it felt more urgent than maybe what it was, right? Some of you may have kind of like acted out of haste in that sense, right? And could have, you know, accidentally called in a spirit that was really deceiving you, okay? So that's what I'm saying. Some of you, this could have been something you were doing that happened in the past, that happened maybe, you know, before when you were still kind of younger, or like not as adept as maybe you are now, okay? It's like spirit is restoring whatever happened there, okay? So we have regeneration. So this is, you know, about, like I said, taking your time and, you know, restoring your energy, okay? Resting, recuperating, rejuvenating yourself. For some of you, it's like something, whatever this deceptive spirit may have been, or whatever, maybe if this is, like I said, was another person who invocated this towards you, it may have, you know, kind of like hit you. It didn't take you out. But I feel like for some of you, maybe your protection has been low, okay? So it's like spirit is helping you restore your protection, okay? So then we have here and now. So this is about being present, okay? Leaving the past behind, knowing what's done is done, okay? If this was something that maybe you did on accident, where it's like, I was trying to just help myself and I didn't know type of thing, spirit is saying it's fine, okay? It's fine. Just continue to take your steps though. Do things the right way. Make sure you do your research, okay? Before you do anything, do divination. A lot of people, that's how a lot of people fuck up with their spell work as well. No matter what type of work, no matter what type of, I don't want to say religion, but whatever type of practice they're using, okay? A lot of people don't do divination before they do anything, to see if whatever they're trying to do is justified, if that's really the course of action they should take for it. A lot of people don't even ask, and that's how they fuck themselves up. So for some of you, you may have done something or invocated a spirit to try to hurry up and, you know, do something or send something back or protect yourself, right? But then maybe ask first to see, is this what I should be doing for this? Is this justified action for this? Maybe some of you didn't ask that. And that's maybe the one step that was skipped that was most important, okay? And then, so some of you maybe in this energy of where spirit is saying, it's cool, okay? Like, we're restoring you, your protection, your magic, your abilities. Like, it's like, I feel like some of y'all may have been feeling like you've been put on punishment, right? When it comes to your manifestation. It's not for everyone, but that's what I'm getting here. And I'm laughing because it's like, you can't take it that serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're here for the practice. That's why it's called a spiritual practice. You're gonna fuck up, you're gonna make mistakes, right? If you didn't take yourself out, then it's fine. You know, anything else you can come back from, okay? So spirit is just saying though, what spirit needs you to do is what this section is about here, is take your time, okay? Continue to grow, gain the wisdom, gain the knowledge. Don't skip steps. Continue to go on your path though. Continue to take your time and learn as you go, okay? Regenerate, recuperate, okay? Anything that's dead, it's gone, right? But this is about also regenerating yourself, recalibrating your own energy, resting, okay? Also accepting that whatever is dead, it's gone, okay? Whatever has happened. And now it's time to, you know, be here and be now, be present, okay? Meaning whatever has happened, it's already done. You know, what's done is done. You're forgiven, okay? And now, you know, focus on what you can do now with what you have, with where you are now, what needs to happen now in this right now moment, okay? Don't go back, okay? Some of you may be looking back, and spirit is asking you not to do that, okay? What's done is done. The past is in the past. Let it go, okay? If spirit forgives you, you forgive you, okay? So, clarifying this energy, we have the star card, which is hope. So spirit is needing you to, you know, get back on your path, okay? Focus on your north node. Even if you feel like, you know, like I've been derailed, I've been thrown off, and some of you are really beating yourself up. Spirit is asking you not to do that, okay? That know that, you know, healing is available to you. You have to choose it. But, you know, choose to focus on your path, on what you know you're supposed to be focusing on, okay? 10 of Wands, drop the burden. Drop anything that is, you know, weighing you down. I feel like some of you may feel like you really fucked up. And I get it. You know, I've been there a few times, right? Where you're just like, damn, like I'm just really trying to do the right thing. Like I'm just really trying to help myself, you know, type of thing. But that's essentially most times our ego, right? Not our shadow, but our ego, that part of us, that identity we've created based on our hurts and traumas and wounds that we've experienced. That's how that identity gets created. So it just wants to protect us, right? It just wants to help. And it's not always helpful, right? So I feel like Spirit is asking for you, Sag, to focus on what you want, okay? Remain hopeful in your process and focus on what you want. Focus on what is good, what is right, okay? Focus on your path ahead, the right thing, you know? Focus on your divine alignment and allow yourself to release anything that isn't serving you, anything that's weighing you down, anything that you've taken on essentially that does not belong to you. Spirit is asking you to let it go, okay? Let that shit go, drop it, okay? And continue to move forward. Continue to water your own garden. Continue to work on yourself, pour into yourself. Continue to be mindful of where you're investing your time, energy, and effort. If you're working with invoking deities and working, you know, doing rituals and things, you know, this is about being mindful of where you're putting your energy. Where are you who are you invoking? You know, where are you putting it? Making sure that you're sure about who you're working with. And if you're not, then maybe don't do it till you have more research, till you're clear, right? But this is also about waiting, okay? Being patient with your process. So things maybe, it feels like things are in transition right now. So Spirit is asking you to be present during this transitional period. It feels like you guys are definitely going through a lot of major changes, Sag. So Spirit is asking you to, you know, do your best to rest. If you're being guided to rest right now, just rest. Don't feel like you need to go and take action if you're really fucking dead tired. You see what I'm saying? That's what Spirit is saying. Okay, regenerate. If you guys are in this energy of feeling like this, where you're feeling like things are dead, like I'm dried out, I'm you know, I'm worn out, I'm tired, Spirit is saying honor that. Okay, don't try to, you know, take action and do stuff when you don't have the energy to do it, because it's only going to cause burnout. It's just going to make it worse. So, you know, but Spirit wants you to focus on your healing at this time, okay? For those of you that know that maybe you have some healing to do, some regenerating, maybe getting more hydrated, kind of like getting your energy back up, focus on that. That could be the healing that's necessary, okay? It isn't always super deep and in depth, although for a lot of us it is. But, you know, like I said, as it applies, you know, and be patient with that process, okay? It's like whatever you're asking for, whatever you've been wishing for, it is growing, it is coming. But Spirit needs you to allow yourself to make room for it by dropping whatever these burdens are, whatever you've been holding on to, or whatever baggage you're carrying. Spirit is needing you to let that go, so you can continue to, you know, freely, right, more lightly be able to work on yourself and pour your energy and efforts into, you know, your garden that you're creating, whatever it is that you're working on, okay? That way you'll yield the fruits of your labor because you have the energy to put towards it. It's like if you stop watering your flowers, right, eventually they'll die because they're not being nurtured and taken care of. Why? Because if you don't have the energy to take care of them, everything eventually just dies, right? So this is where Spirit is saying, you know, focus on regenerating yourself, focusing on watering your own internal garden, right? Be present. Continue to take your time. Do what you can when you can. Don't feel like you have to do everything in a hurry and overexert yourself. It's not necessary. Spirit wants you to take your time because you guys are in a growing phase. You guys are going through major transformations and cycles that are closing right now. So Spirit wants you to be patient with yourself, be patient with your process, and be mindful of where you give your time, energy, and efforts accordingly, okay? So it's like if you already know you're low on energy, you probably wouldn't benefit by going to a concert or something. While it sounds fun and all that, you have to think of all the energies that are there that are sucking and pulling at your own energy, and you don't even see it happening, right? Because it's all, your 3D eyes can't see that. So just something to consider. I'm not telling you what to do, but something to consider. So let's keep going. So messages from your spirit team. So we have celebration and soul awakening, okay? So your guides, Sag, really want you to focus over this 30-day period, okay? they want you to focus on how far you've come. I feel like you guys have come such a long way, and some of you are awakening the truth of who you really are. Some of you, that is what the cycles that are closing. Maybe some of you have been lying to yourself as far as like maybe not in regards to a person, but some of you have been maybe lying to yourself about who you really are. Maybe not feeling that you're as powerful as you are, or as magical as you are, or as strong as you are, whatever that might be. They're really needing you to celebrate yourself, okay? To really celebrate the parts of you that are awakening. You guys are awakening maybe parts of your soul that have been hiding dormant for quite some time. And the transformations and the cycles you're closing is awakening that. Spirit is asking you to celebrate that, okay? Even if you can't maybe physically see the evidence of that, this is your guys telling you what's happening. I feel like it's happening on a spiritual level, on an energetic level. So maybe you can't see it physically, but they're telling you. This is messages from your spirit team, okay? They want you to celebrate yourself. Celebrate how far you've come, even if you feel like, and this is also preparing for that, okay? Preparing to celebrate. So for some of you that are still in this transitional phase of awakening, right? Some of you, that's part of what this is. Some of you are going through a dark night of the soul right now, and it's draining the fuck out of you, okay? But when you come out on the other side of that, they're saying, get ready. Get ready. Get ready to celebrate, because you got a lot of good shit coming, Sag, on the other side of this awakening that some of you are going through right now, okay? So, let's see. Clarifying that energy, we have, the Emperor, okay? So, another masculine energy with the Emperor here. So, this is stepping back into your power, okay? For some of you, you're reawakening that masculine energy within. Stepping back into your power, getting back in the driver's seat of your own life in some type of way, okay? Some of you, that's been hiding dormant because of maybe some father wounds that some of you have had that you've been healing, okay? And it's like that, post this awakening, that for some of you, it's what's coming back into balance, is your own masculine energy that is in control, that feels confident, that is, ready to protect the inner child within, right? That's ready to protect your feminine energy. So after that, we have Solitude, which is the Hermit, okay? So some of you, this could be a Virgo. We have Aries here. We also have Aquarius, Virgo, Gemini, Scorpio energy with the World here, Hierophant, okay? So any of those signs may be of significance, don't have to be. So then we have the Ace of Water, okay? It's Ace of Cups in this deck, followed by the Deception and Envy. So this is the Seven of Swords in this deck, okay? We also have the Intuition, so the High Priestess in reverse, and the Knight of Air, so the Knight of Swords, okay? So it feels like, Sag, you're really being asked to not ignore your intuition at this time. You may have people around you that, have tried to deceive you, that have tried to sabotage you, whether this is your own self-sabotage, okay, by not trusting yourself. I feel like you're really being asked to go within, to really do the shadow work around whether it's experiences or people around you that have made you not trust yourself, or that tried to tell you that you were crazy, or that you didn't know what you were talking about, whatever, because they don't want to get caught, right? Y'all are very intuitive signs anyway. So I feel like for some of you, it's like maybe a father figure tried to shut your intuition down at a very young age, okay? So some of you, Sag, are reawakening your intuition, or it's like being leveled up at this time. Some of you are like reawakening those parts of you that have been hiding dormant because of experiences that happened when you were a kid, okay? So it feels like some of you are really being asked to love on yourself at this time, Sag, to really, don't ignore, but also don't sabotage how far you've come, okay? It's like Spirit is really asking you to be confident in your ideas, the things that are coming to you, the things that you're receiving spiritually, that you're receiving intuitively, but also through your crown, right, from the universe. Spirit is asking you to trust that, be confident in that, okay? It's like things may be unfolding very quickly, and so it's like they're trying to have you be ready. So that's why I feel like you're being asked to really, allow yourself to regenerate, to recalibrate your energy here, be present. Because things I feel like are about to start taking off in a very fast, fast way. And you don't want to sabotage the blessings that are ahead of you, okay? You want to be able to be confident in being able to handle it when it comes to you. I feel like some of you have been asking for this. You've been waiting for this, okay? You've been working really hard for this, right? And it's coming, it's happening, okay? So it's like Spirit is trying to prepare you by reminding you to love on yourself, okay? Fill your own cup. If you got haters around you and people around you that are trying to lie to you, deceive you, don't ignore what you feel about that, okay? Move beyond that. It doesn't mean to just, you know, act like it's not there, but it is to say, don't feed that shit either, okay? Move beyond that. Meaning, if you need to address it and keep it pushing. If you need to cut them out and move forward, get them out of the scene, out of the picture, do that and move forward. Don't let it stop you. Don't let it slow you down. But also don't ignore the signs. Don't ignore the red flags, okay? So, yeah, that's what I have for you, Sag. I pray this reading, you know, brought you clarity, insight to your situation, whatever you needed from the reading. I pray that you received it. If you guys would like me to do extendeds on these and break it down a little bit more further with another tarot deck, I will do that. Please drop it in the comments. Also, if you would like to share how this resonated, I'd love to hear it. But yeah, please like the video if you liked it. Consider subscribing to the channel if you've not. And until next time, you guys.